So the book is finally finished. I have painted on every single page in my DIY handmade bound book, watercolor book I should say. It's fanning, which is normal because you've got the warping of the paper when you paint on it, and you also have signatures that are probably too thick. I used 3 pages instead of 2, not pages, but 3 papers instead of, I think, 2, which could have been better. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about how I made this book. I've already discussed that in previous videos. So the book took me exactly day for day 2 months to complete. I started this on the 15th of March and it is now the 15th of May. And I did not film every single pages. So if you see a page that you like and you're looking for the video, they're not, you know, they're not all there is what I'm trying to say. Some pages I'm quite proud of and others not. And the videos that never made it were the projects that I wasn't crazy about, or the ones that I did on the weekends, which I said to myself that I would not film. I need some time off camera to create. And so there's a mix of, you know, there's a mix of both in there. So here we go. All right, now the first page is one that I'm not crazy about. I haven't done anything for the front and the back. Probably paint some kind of a quote or something, but I'll figure that out later. So this is obviously a peacock feather and I'm not liking it at all. I did not enjoy the process. I wasn't in the mood, I guess. There's a lot of that in that book, you know, like me trying to push myself to do something and then not being really into it. And so I started recording. I gave up because I wasn't enjoying myself. If I'm not enjoying myself, I keep thinking that you guys won't either. So we move on. All right, so you've seen these 2 pages. These have these I've made into videos. So this is the actual first page of the book. This is the 15th of March. And the pages are were not created chronologically. I kind of kept going back and forth depending on the mood, because sometimes when a day fell on the other side of the paper and I wasn't in the mood to deal with that, then I went and looked for another page. I turned the page essentially. All right, so you've seen this one. This is, I would say, kind of like the catalyst for my doodling style, I want to say. So I quite enjoyed this page. This one, I don't think ever made it into a process video. I think I gave up at some point in time. Or was it? I can't remember. Anyways, it's not my favorite, just not because of the composition or the subject matter, but the colors. To me, there's something off about this. But anyways, we move on. These 2 pages, you've seen this. You've seen the process of this video. And this was made 10 days after this one, and that's because when I created this, something was bothering me when everything was done, and while doing this I realized what was bothering me. I don't like to outline my shapes. That's just not my style, and I'm glad I did this page because it helped me figure out what works for me and what doesn't. I'm not saying this is wrong. It's just not for me. That little birdie, I know I've made a video with a bird, but I don't think this is the one. I think it's probably one that I did afterwards. I kind of like these flowers at the bottom here, but I'm not crazy about that tree. I don't know. This is probably a favorite of mine as well. I remember when I did this page, I had them like my book wasn't bound, so I had them side by side like this. I worked on them side by side. This I have a video on, this I have a video on. So that was my second page in this book, the 16th of March. Very soft colors, fun. I prefer this one to this one. Again, it's probably because there's a strong edge around each of the shapes. None of these I think ever made it. I think these were these must have been done on a weekend. And then I've made another page after this. This was me working for the first time in a while with the Gansai Tenbi set by Koretake. And I think I was just like trying to play around with different styles of, you know, outlining and sketching and whatnot. To me, this page looks unfinished. Again, you know, more practice pages. These were all done in the same day. 5th of April, 5th of April, 5th of April. Yep. This is crazy, but kind of fun. I like the color combination, but it's very messy. This I like. This wasn't filmed, I know that for a fact. I like the way the flowers are. Here, let me lift the book instead of zooming in and out. I kind of like that they fade with the background, fade into the background. And these little things, not sure why it's, you know, like I said, sometimes I make more than one in a day. So if I've already filmed, then, you know, I'm not going to bother turning on the camera, but I keep practicing. This piece reminds me of this one here. Kind of like the same. Another one of those, like trying to find, again, the 5th of April. See, it was all done in the same day. Some days I went really hardcore on this. Yeah, it's alright-ish. Okay, so that was my first iteration of this painting, which I think is the video. I think this one is the actual video. There was something I didn't like. Oh, it was this at the bottom that I didn't like. So I had started filming it and then I decided not to show it and I redid it on this page here. I like this one much better. My little bunny. This you haven't seen. I think I posted some of those though on Instagram. This was a fun exercise. I was just playing with shapes and different materials. I know I used a pocket brush pen, the Pental. Then I used a colored marker, and I have some watercolor that was done with a flat brush, I believe. Just fun doodling around. I like this piece a lot. This never made it either. Be scared and do it anyway. That was just messing about. Practicing bamboo shoots, but also dealing with trying to do some dark in the background. That was very difficult for me to do. For some reason I struggled with that. And then on this side here, this little painting, which I like, but the video wasn't all that popular. Not a lot of people have seen it, but I really enjoyed doing this. It was very relaxing to do. I like the background. I like the colors of this a lot. Yes, that was a video. That was kind of like fun to do as well. My little birdie. Another fun piece to make. And of course, gold. I have to say I'm quite surprised that of the lack of gold. There's not that much in there. Floral arrangements. I think this one I filmed, this one I didn't. It's alright. It's fun. I probably did it after. I know a lot of the videos that I filmed are on the right side because it's, for me, it's more comfortable dealing with the right side than filming when it's on the left. I kind of like these though. These are fun. Let me use this idea in something else. Oh, and I have that kind of like ribbon going through it. Maybe that's the precursor of all my ribbon work that I have going on in this book. Whoa, wow, nope. This was hidden. Oh boy. Oh, no, you know what? Oops. I'm not sure you saw this, but you definitely saw this. I think that was the video that I made. So, yeah, they kind of like, see, I was playing with different kinds of flowers. This was me ranting or trying to exorcise the CB demons. If you don't know what CBs are, I had an Instagram conversation earlier on today, and I came up with the CB term to describe creative block. So this was me trying to get the CB demons out of my body. I'm not gonna read this to you. It's just, you know, me just brain dumping on my page. This is one of my favorites. This little kind of like abstract-ish thing. I like it. It's cute. And I think that's the first time that I actually made a ribbon on camera. And then again, so these pages have not made it onto the camera. It was probably, again, either a weekend or, you know, a second page of the day kind of thing. But this is plain, but to me, I love this one. There's a lot of line work in there. I was trying to see if I could layer a lot of different lines. So I have whites that are going through here. I had like detailed ones here. And I've got like circles and stuff. It's a fun page, but I think it was probably too long for me. So I decided not to. Once I started adding all these lines, I knew it was going to be too long for a video, so I just stopped it right there. This I like a lot. This ribbon reminds me of musical notes. Music sheet note, or yeah, music sheet. Kind of fun. My little mushrooms, I kept the, I don't know why, but I kept the actual color chart on this. This was fun to make. Little vignette. I don't think this is the piece that I published, but I did make a process video on this type of floral arrangement. It was actually some leaves that I had bought, and I placed them on my desk and I took a picture and I used it as reference. And this is kind of like a take on this as well. Just playing with different textures and lines and stuff. I like this piece. None of these are on videos, by the way, so don't go look for them, but it's just fun to come up with different textures and ideas, you know? I don't know what it is. It's just me having fun. This is a video on using the striper brush, I believe, for the first time. And here's another rendition of my floral arrangement. Like this and this one and this one is the same thing done in a different style. But I don't think this is the video either. That was the video. So you see, sometimes I use my reference material more than once. Not filmed either. That's a gold ribbon going through this. It's kind of a cityscape, but not. It's a fun piece. I enjoy it. I like the color scheme of this. I may use this in a future video, but I think it was just me playing around with making buildings, making lines for buildings. But yeah, that was just messing about. That page, whoa. Don't know what happened there. All kinds of things went wrong, so I decided to use it for testers. So I kind of made notes, but I was playing with this is the hand lotion resist that was at the bottom here, and there was a lot on that page, and I just used, you know, those little nooks to play with textures and stuff and come up with patterns. The object, this is an art journal essentially, so this is where I practice. So some pages are definitely not worth publishing, but I cherish them because this is how I discover other things. What's working, what's not working, you know, what kind of patterns I can come up with. I like this piece. This is a cityscape at night. I really do like this piece. I have a video on that. Playing about, yeah, so I had my phase of like red flowers. You're going to see a couple here and there in the next pages. I do love this color combo. I think this is shell pink, not sure, I don't think it's Titan Buff, maybe like raw umber or burnt umber, and quinacridone coral with the black. I kind of like that. But I don't think this was the video. I thought I had another one. Maybe it is a video. I'm not sure. Here is just practicing with the same colors. I didn't enjoy that. I was, you know, the process was not fun. But I did this one before that. I really do like this color scheme. I know I've said that before, but I really enjoy it. Oh, let's hide the... No, I'm not going to hide it anymore because a lot of you like it. I even wrote it. Abstract I forgot to film. See you next page for similar piece. That was the piece that I wanted to originally show you, and I liked where it was going, and then all of a sudden I realized that at that stage I had not recorded anything, so I redid it on another page. This is my seascape. We've had a lot of discussions on that one. A lot of you like this. I don't. I know, Jenny, you like this one. I know that. But I don't. Oh, there they are. Okay, so see? I've made a few. I didn't realize that I made so many in that. Okay, this is like blue tacky tack. I'm not sure if I've recorded both of them. Probably did. But I like both of them. They're different. This one has, again, you know, like, I know why I like this piece better than that piece is because I have outlines around the flowers. And, you know, by the time I realized what I liked and what I didn't like, it took me a couple of tries, but I enjoyed this better. And again, it's just a matter of taste. It's not, you know, one's better than the other. It's, I like one better than the other. That's all I'm trying to say. I really like this one. Yeah, we've seen this too. That was an experiment in blending, adding colors into a color, into a color, into a color. Trying to come up with some kind of like, you know, the effect of shading and all that. A lot of you said that you prefer this one because, probably because of the colors of the background. But I think the technique I was trying to do is more successful on here. That's because this was done on good paper. And this is the reverse of the good side. This you've seen. This could have turned really, really poorly, but I think I saved it with the sketching. Did I show this one? Is that the piece that I never filmed? I can't remember. I don't think I filmed this. It's kind of fun. Was this the piece that I didn't? Or something went wrong with the recording or something. Anyways, I can't remember. I'm sorry. That was kind of fun though, but I find it's too filled in. And this one, I just went crazy with the sketching and a blue pen, and I just didn't like the gold at all. And I think the filming was stopped halfway. This one I love. This one I love. Another topic of discussion amongst you guys. This is so cool though. I love reading your comments. You guys are awesome. But one person said that this flower reminded her of one that is, how do you say it when a flower dies? Like it's wilted. So that's why the colors are more dull. And I thought that was a fun explanation. One person asked me, why do you draw upside down? Someone really thought that, I don't mean to insult, by the way, I thought it was cute, but someone asked me, why did I paint upside down? And it was meant to be hanging flowers. This was simple but fun. I really enjoyed that process. I like the color scheme. Again, some of those paintings, some of those paintings I like because of the color combination. This was fun to compose. I like the color combination of this. I like the lines and everything. This, I was trying to come up with new ways, new patterns for flowers, new flowers essentially. It just started turning to be a big old mess. I mean, it's not that bad, but these flowers, yeah, they have no... Yeah, and especially because they're the only ones that have an outline around them, and it's probably, I probably added that as an afterthought to try and save the page, but it didn't work out, and none of this was filmed. None of these were filmed. I think this was, I missed a day last week, and I think this was the day that, oh my gosh, like, I couldn't come up with anything. I was not satisfied with anything I was making, so this is just like a very simple wreath saved. I don't know. And this is a cover-up. There's like another painting, and I actually did that. There's a couple I did yesterday and over the weekend, but yeah, you know, there was a lot of blobs. They look like champagne flutes, flowers kind of deal. It's fine. It's a good save for what was under. I hadn't done a face in a while, so I thought, okay, let me just like plop some colors in there and then, you know, sketch a face. I messed up the nostrils. To me, it's just, it's a sad picture. It's not a bad one. It's just, it doesn't, the process was not enjoyable. I don't know, I find it stiff, but you know, it's there. This is the, was it the last video I published? No, the last art video I published, yes. My tree, to redeem myself from the lack of mojo. I kind of like this. You see, that face is like, whew. I can't see the tree because of the face. She looks so mean. And I messed up the nostrils because she has 2 sets of nostrils. Oh, that was at the end. I was just like fooling around with it. Wow. Okay. So that was yesterday. Yesterday was not a good day. I started with so many colors and they're all separated because I didn't want the green to get into the orange and the purples because I knew it would turn into mud. And so I had no direction for this one. Then I grabbed my Pentel brush pen and I just started turning this blob into a tree, and I thought, let's do a cityscape on a tree. Yep, that was an awesome idea. So don't look at it. This I like. I'm not sure why I didn't film it. I think it's fun. I wanted to see if I could paint a dark background. And kind of have like the most uniform background as possible, you know, not having too many breaks or not too many different tones in the background. I think it was successful. I don't know why I didn't film this, actually. It's fun. It's not my favorite, but I like the concept of it. So I might use this as an idea for another painting. The leaves seem to be floating about, but, you know, I did not... Prior to this, I did not draw any of these elements. I just went with the brush and just followed along. So what I did is I actually painted the leaves and these blobs, and then I painted the background. I like the idea of it. Okay, so the last page I did this morning, I'm not gonna lie, I painted a face just with watercolor. I got discouraged and I thought this is going to be way too long, and of course it took forever. I was at it the whole morning. Both my cards were full and I'm like, no, I can't present this, it's too long. So there it is. Alright, she is looking so fierce and mad and like, don't bother me kind of thing. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I would like to redo in this painting, but I love it for the fact that I pushed myself to use only watercolor to paint a face when I haven't done one in such a long time, except for that, you know, that big one over there, which I did super quickly. This took me, I can't even tell you because, of course, I got 2 cards and they were full. There's a lot of things I like about it, but it was such an experience to try to blend and to shade with on such a big large area with a pencil with a brush with watercolor, and try to blend as much as possible the face so that it's, you know, it doesn't look too jaggedy. it was such a challenge, but I have loved every single minute of it. And this is probably why it took so long. And I will probably film myself painting a face again. But I want to practice a little bit more because I know some of you are looking at my videos as some kind of tutorials, and I don't want to lead you on the wrong path, because for this one I made so many mistakes along the way and I was figuring it out as I was moving forward. So essentially I don't want to induce anybody in error, you know, like that. There's a lot of things I need to iron out. Now, all that being said, I still love this face, although she looks either tired or pissed off or upset, or I just lost my wallet, I don't know what to do, blah blah blah. But I really, really like it. I do. And you know, like I said, there were a couple of things that I would love to redo, but I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the fact that I pushed myself to do this. No reference material, of course, because otherwise she wouldn't have this look in her eyes. So this is straight out of my imagination. Also the neck goes in, which is kind of like not normal. But you know, I'm kind of proud of the whole overall thing because, like I said, there's just an experience. It was a super big challenge for me. And there's not a lot of distance between the nose and the lip, kind of like me physically. I can actually touch my nose with my tongue. I'm not going to show you. So I kind of feel like this girl could also do this. But I love how the pupils, no, irises turned out. Besides the fact that the shade gives the impression that she's really, really tired, I do like how this has turned out. I like how I worked the eyebrows, but not the shape. I like this one better than that one. They're not identical, and of course they never are. I like how the mouth, like I like all of the individual elements. I also like the nose. I mean, you know, here there's a couple of mistakes in the painting of it, but I really like the shape of the nose. I like the highlight on top. I like the shape of her face. But when you put it all together, you know, there's a lot of work still to be done before I get comfortable showing you how to paint a watercolor face. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm very happy about it. I love the colors, by the way. So these are all in tones of, there's shell pink in there. There's this funny name for a paint color. It's Caput Mortuum, which is kind of sad for a name, but it's a beautiful brown red color. So that's what's here in the background. I use quinacridone gold. There's a bit of turquoise green in the eyes. Quinacridone coral for the mouth, for the lips. Yeah, I'm very proud of her. That's it. We're done. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tour of my completed hand-bound watercolor journal. Wow. I mean, seriously, 2 months. All in one neat little package. It's warping, it's fanning, I don't care. I love it and I'm proud of it. And I hope that you've enjoyed the ride on some of these, you know, through some of these videos. Another adventure begins. I'm not sure what type of journal I'm going to use. Sure enough that my videos every day of the week will still continue. And that's that. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support that you've given me throughout this adventure. I so appreciated it. I love reading your comments. I love seeing the shares, you know, the sharing of your artwork, inspired by my work. It's humbling. It's so gratifying to see that I've influenced some of you to pick up a brush and just, you know, art. That to me is the biggest compliment an artist could get, I think. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I will see you tomorrow.